You all wanted a part 2 of Black Friday deals for fan service games, and here I am to deliver. But we're going to be mostly focusing on Play Asia and Video Game Plus because I've already talked about all the other deals for Steam, PlayStation 5, and Amazon in the first video. So check that out if you want to see all the deals in that.
Who's he?
Hitman!
He's not important!
Okay. Hello, Gooners and Gamers. It's your boy Kentman, and before we jump into the video, I just want to say a good thank you for being part of this community. I really do appreciate you all. You have allowed me to do so many great things this year, from hitting 10K, from just continue to grow the fan service community, and always getting to try new things with new games, from indie games, mainline games, Neptunia VII, whatever I'm playing, you guys show support, and I really do appreciate that. And I just want to say a good, happy Thanksgiving to you all, for the people who do celebrate, and thank you so much for being part of this community. Now, with all the sappy stuff out of the way, let's jump into the actual deal. Now, we're gonna start with Play Asia first because there's less games on here that I know about personally that I can recommend, because they are having a lot of great deals on a lot of great games. I mean, I can recommend Metal Gear Solid Delta, which is pretty much a remake of Metal Gear Solid 3, which is a great game. Good fan service in it as well. So if you want to pick that up for 40 bucks, I would definitely recommend that. Also, you got Rage Bound for Ninja Gaiden, the brand new indie, sort of new mainline game for Ninja Gaiden, and like, it's a pretty good game. For 20 bucks, you can't go wrong with that at all. But the mostly that I'm going to be focusing on today is Neptunia, because, you know, I love me some Neptunia. Now, if you've seen this, and you wanted this on the Switch, now you'll be able to get the Neptunia Rebirth Trilogy on Switch on December 4th, 2025, and it's going to be $100 or $109.99. And it's pretty much the same game as all these, but just on Switch if you didn't buy the LEs for Rebirth Trilogy before. It's essentially the same port that was ported to PS4 on Switch. So that's pretty much it. Now, I don't know if these is going to go on sale at all once it does go live, but I'll let you guys know if it does or not. If you don't want this and you want them separately, the first game is not on sale right now, and it's just 40 bucks on the Switch, but you get it through East Asia if you want to play it on the Switch. But the second and third games are on sale, but only through Asia countries for some reason, and it's like 30 bucks. So it's like $10 cheaper than what it normally would be, 40 bucks if you bought the standard version. So if you wanted the Japanese variant version of 2 and 3, then you can grab them from Play Asia if you choose to do so. If you want my honest opinion, if you didn't get the limited edition versions of the Rebirth Trilogy, then I would just go ahead and grab this one, because this is going to give you the best bang for your buck. Now, the only benefit from these ones is that it does come with a lot of pre-order bonuses that, you know, you get the soundtrack, an art book, and a lot of other acrylic stands, so that does help, but you only get it for one of them. So you have to buy each one to get all those, but you just get all 3 games in a nice good slipcase like this for this. Moving over to Video Game Plus. Now, they are also having a lot of great Black Friday sales going on right now as well. Now, I haven't personally purchased anything for Video Games Plus yet, but I am going to for the Rise of the Trilogy collections that is going to be on here, and I do want that, and I'm going to buy it through them. But I haven't bought anything through them as of yet, but I've heard great things. They are a great viable source for physical games if you do choose to do so. So first, I'm going to talk about Catherine Full Body. I've talked about this game so many times. I have it on PS4. It is a little censored on PS4, but I think it's not as censored on the Switch version. I don't know, I never played it on Switch, but it is still a great game. A lot of great puzzles that you get to go through, up a whole big maze that you're trying to run away from these giant nightmare creatures that's trying to kill you. You're a guy who is kind of not truly committed about your relationship with Catherine, your fiance, and then you get tempted by Catherine with the C, who's a little bit more young, and more tenacious, and you have a little bit of feelings, but you also meet this other girl named Ren, which originally she wasn't in the original version of the PS3 and Xbox 360 versions, but she originally became a new Catherine, but you call her Ren for Catherine, get it? And you get to go through this whole story with all 3 characters, and make nice romantic love to them. I really recommend it if you haven't played it before. It is definitely a great pickup for $14.24. Now, the one thing I love about Video Game Plus is that they have access to Sizzle and Shop Pay. So if you don't want to buy something in the full price, if you don't have the money to buy it at full price, you can split the payments into parts and pay it over a course of days, whatever helps you feel a little bit more secure. Now, you can't game without a controller, and what better time to buy a controller than Black Friday? You're gonna not get a better deal on controllers than now, because you're going from $80 to $70 to $50 for a controller. Now, obviously, you can use this for the PC, PS5, and I think the PS5 controller is probably the best universal controller nowadays that has a lot of great functions for PC and its PS5 intended purposes. So definitely recommend you picking up a controller if you don't have one right now, or if you're looking for to have a player 2 or player 3, player 4, or just a PC controller. I definitely recommend a good PS5 controller. Gun, some great on-rail shooter and good fan service, and a lot of great fun if you want to have some good, fun in a fan service game. You pretty much are a guy that has all these women chasing after you, and your job is to cure all the desires in all kinds of sexual ways. I mean, there's not really a lot of story that comes with these games, but you're here for the plot, not the story, if you know what I mean. It's a remaster of the original game from the PS3 and 360, and then you have Double Piece, which is the sequel that technically isn't the sequel anymore, but it is the sequel to Gun Gal. And then you also have the actual sequel, which is now the trilogy of the games. Very confusing, but otherwise, again, you're not here for the story, you're here for the fan service, and these games give you great fan service on a nice, good on-rail shooter kind of experience. And for $21.36, you can't go wrong with that. You can actually pick up all three of them in a bundle, and then use Sizzle or Shop Pay to pay them in a nice good split payment, which is a pretty good deal. Now, you also can buy the spin-off series, which is the Gal Guardian series. Now, I don't know much about these games because I haven't played them myself, but I've heard great things about them. They're pretty much just Metrovanias that have really great fun and pretty much the same characters from Gun, but just in a Metrovania, which is pretty good. They also have some good fan service there too. Look at the sexy dragon. I need to play this game. The next game I'm going to recommend is Gun Pixies. Now, if you're looking for some story, this ain't it, but if you're looking for that plot, then you're definitely coming to the right game. You're pretty much playing as small, tiny people that shooting giant waifus in all kinds of seductive ways, from their panties, from their boobs, and you're making them feel good. Why? Because they're lonely waifus that just need some loving, and you're the right person for the job. Now, it's some goofy fan service fun. It's not really a game that has high level play or anything like that. So I wouldn't recommend it at full price, but at a good, good sale at $28, I think that's a pretty good asking price for this. I mean, obviously you can ask for a lower price, but it's still a pretty fun game for Black Friday if you're looking for some good fan service fun. And this game is not censored on Switch, so there's that. The next game I'm going to recommend is MegaDimension Neptunia V2. It picks up right after Rebirth 3, and it's the fourth mainline game into the Neptunia series, and personally, my favorite Neptunia game. It is so good, it's so amazing. It brings in a whole bunch of new dimensions like the Zero Dimension, and Yuzume was the first introduced into this game, who's pretty much like Trunks from Dragon Ball Z. They introduced brand new characters like the Gold Third, which doesn't really make a lot of sense because there's 4 of them, and it's just a great freaking game. This was only a limited run games release at one point, so Video Game Plus is the best place to get it now because you can't even get it on limited run anymore. So, and then the last game I'm going to recommend today is Shiny Resonance Reframe, because I just want the Shiny series to come back. Really great fan service, really great JRPG, and it's just an overall amazing game. Now, this game originally came out on the PS3 and then got remastered, being reframed on the PS4. You get to play as 2 different perspectives, as the hero and villain side, and it's a great freaking game. Now, it does have that old I wouldn't say jankiness, but it's very veteran JRPG style, and it is a little bit confusing at first and kind of has a very big difficulty curve. But if you love that good challenge and you are eager for some good fan service, and once you get used to the game and the combat and the resonance and the different instruments that you can use, it is so much fun. I promise you, you will have a great time. And this is literally $10. You cannot go wrong with that. This is actually on sale on Steam as well. If you want it digitally, if you want to play that, and it's actually a lot cheaper. I think it's like $4 on Steam right now. So that's pretty good. But if you want it physically, as I do have it physically, $10 is a good asking price for a great game. And I hope Sega brings back another Shining Resonance game at some point. I mean, just a new Shining game in general. I would just love it. Even if it's a remaster, I would love a new Shining game at some point. At some point. Sega, please make it happen. New Shocker Wars would be great too. And that is pretty much all the deals on Video Game Plus and Play Asia that is on sale for Black Friday that I can recommend that has some really good fan service. I got more videos talking more Black Friday sales for Nintendo Switch and GOG coming out, so definitely look forward to those when they do hit your screen or subscribe feed. I don't know how YouTube works nowadays. Either way, thank you so much. Hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Hope you're enjoying all the good food right now. If you're out there having a food coma, I'm about to go have one right now. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Remember that fan service is the best kind of service, and I'll see you in the next video next time. Bye me.